Flyers podcast. We go live the day after every game. We discuss whether the Flyers won or lost. Last night, the Flyers get a win, 4-2 over the Capitals, and I hate to come on here after a win and be so negative, but I have to go on a ginormous rant about something that I am pissed off about. I am pissed off, genuinely. And I'm not doing this for attention. I'm not doing this for, you know, oh, I'm just trying to get views. I'm genuinely angry about this. And this is the situation with Paul Bissonnetti. I am so sick and tired of this guy running his mouth. I don't care if you're friends with Tockett. I don't care. Shut up, stop running your mouth, and do your job. Because you're an analyst for a reason. And you're sitting here criticizing Michkov and criticizing the Flyers and going after their fan base and going on your little podcast and saying, oh, Flyers fans are effing morons. He said it multiple times. He said Flyers fans are effing morons and that they make him feel smart. First of all, I don't know I don't know why you think we're morons when you're the guy that's talking trash about a team when you had a pathetic NHL career. You're going to talk about the Flyers? You kidding me? A franchise that's been around for 60 years? You're gonna trash talk. I don't know why Paul Bissonnette's running his mouth. He's running his mouth about our fan base. This logo right here means a ton to me, and it has since I was the age of 4. And if he is going to disrespect this logo and its fan base, which I'm included in, I'm going to take it personally. And you might be saying, "Oh, I'm overreacting," but I don't think I am. Paul Bissonnette goes to Twitter and keeps running his mouth like he's a little kid. Photoshops a picture of his head over Rocky and says, I want to personally thank some of you incredible Flyers fans on this app. Because of you, I'm not the dumbest person on here. You make me feel intelligent in ways I never have. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. That's brotherly love. And the comments are ripping him apart as they should be. Because Paul Bissonnette is nothing more than a tool who couldn't get it done in the NHL, which is why he's sitting behind a desk now. And he's going to come at the Flyers and our fan base. We have every right to criticize you, dude. You work for TNT because you couldn't hack it in the NHL. Like he could have still been playing in the last few years if he wasn't sorry. But now he's gonna come to the Flyers or come to our fan base and trash talk us and try to bait us into getting all pissed off. Are you kidding me? I get he's boys with Tockett. Tockett used to be on TNT, so they're boys, and he's defending Tockett because Tockett's getting a lot of hate right now, which I don't agree with the Tockett hate, honestly. I don't. But it gets to a point where you're a grown man going onto social media and crying about the Flyers fan base and insulting them and calling them morons. You have a job with TNT for the NHL, and you are going on to your podcast and calling a large group of people, aka the Flyers fan base, effing morons. And you wanna talk trash about us, dude? You sucked. You were not a good hockey player. I'm not saying I'm any better, but that's why I wasn't running my mouth about the Flyers fan base or anything else. Paul Bissonnette is nothing but a tool, and I can't stand him. I can't. And if somehow, someway, Paul, you see this, come on my show. I don't want you to apologize to the Flyers fans because I know you won't mean it. I don't want an apology. I don't want any of that crap. I want you to sit here and look me in the eyes, face to face, like a man, and tell me why you said these things. Because I'm pissed off. I've always thought that he is an absolute jerk, and I always could tell he never liked the Flyers, ever. I always said that. I have a friend who's trying to get into the Flyers, get into hockey a little bit. He was like, "Oh, I like that Paul Bissonnette guy." I was like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't stand him. He's a jerk." And he was like, "What? Why? He seems so funny." He goes on live TV, makes a bunch of inappropriate jokes, and now apparently runs his mouth about the Flyers. Are you kidding me? Who are you, bro? People only know who you are because you act like an idiot on live TV, not because you were good at hockey. So sit down, shut your mouth, and stay behind your desk at TNT. We don't need your input. Leave us out of it. Thank you. Sorry, I am so pissed off about this guy. He is such a loser. I'm not sitting here saying that I'm any better of a hockey player or an analyst than he is. Matter of fact, actually I am saying I'm a better analyst than he is. Because he is an absolute moron. If you want to call anybody an effing moron, look in a mirror. And I know he's doing this stuff just to piss us off, and I know it's working. But I can't stand this guy. I never have. He is such a clown. Unbelievable. So pissed off. I was ready to come on here today and be all happy that the Flyers won. I was all ready to be so hyped up. Like, let's go. We finally won a game, and I can come on Broad Street Banter and talk about our win. But instead, I gotta listen to this dude run his mouth online. So, Paul, you ever see this somehow? Please, please, please confront me about this, because I would love to have a respectful conversation with you about why you feel this way about us. And I'm not going to try to change your mind. I'm genuinely just curious, because you have no reason to feel this way about us. I get Philly fans can suck. I hate all other Philly sports teams. Sorry to anybody in here. I do. But I'm not going to sit here and trash talk the fan base when I have no right to. And he has no right to do that. Because his point is that he's mad that Tocchet is getting hate for something that isn't Tocchet's fault. I agree to an extent. I honestly do. But just because you're not part of the Flyers organization doesn't mean you get to run your mouth about us and that you can say whatever you want. He is the least professional analyst, if you can even call him an analyst, that I've ever seen or heard in my life. It's a joke. Don't tell me to stop crying. I'm not crying. I'm saying it how it is. It pisses me off. And like I said, I'm not trying to get mad or be fake angry for views or for anything like that. I'm not. I'm just genuinely pissed off because this guy angers me. And I wanted to voice my opinion on it because he gets to run his mouth. He gets to run his mouth online. But then when I do it, I'm the one crying? No. No. He's the one crying who's saying we're morons because we're mad about Michkov not getting ice time. Yeah, he's the most and he was getting mad that people are comparing him to Lindros. Dude, we're not comparing him to Lindros. We're saying that he's the most hyped up Flyer since Lindros, which is true. We're not saying he's Eric Lindros. He's not. We're not saying that. And if anybody's saying that, then I agree. That's not true. But it is so ridiculous that he gets to run his mouth on his little podcast, whatever it's called. You're so mad. I am mad. You're right. I am mad. I am. Flyers thinking I'm a bigger fan than you. Okay. It's not a competition to see who's a bigger Flyers fan, but all right. But let's stop with the Paul Bissonnette stuff. He doesn't deserve any more attention. The Sixers just traded McCain. I saw that, yeah. What should the Flyers do? Sell? Depends how we are at the deadline. This is about biz, yes. It is. I know people are gonna say, "Oh, you're crying. Stop crying about Paul Bissonnette." I don't care. It pisses me off because this franchise has meant so much to me throughout my life, and he just gets to disrespect it whenever he wants, and somehow he still has a job. Are you kidding me? What happened to being professional? What happened to actually like having respect for an organization that is in the league that you work for? Hmm? Whatever. It's ridiculous. But anyways, if you're new here, welcome to Broad Street Banter. We go live the day after every Flyers game, and the Flyers get a big dub last night, 4-2 your final. So we're gonna switch. We're gonna switch from being angry JT to being happy JT because the Flyers get a win, and they've only won so many games since we started Broad Street Banter at the beginning of 2026. Thank you, Joe. You be you. You can express your disappointment any way you want. Thank you, Joe. You're the best. But yes, big win last night for the Flyers. Big division win in regulation. I had a good feeling about last night. I did. When they tied it 2-2, I was like, oh great, here we go. Here we go. It's gonna be another one of those, isn't it? But thankfully, it wasn't. The Flyers get a big, must needed win, 7 points behind the Islanders for third place, but 2 games in hand. Jamie, yeah, Jamie with the game winner. Every guy that I've been like, not, I don't want to say hating on because I don't like to hate on any Flyer, but any Flyer that I've had something negative to say about has done really well the last few weeks, like Tippett, Drysdale, Konechny. So maybe I just have to start saying negative stuff about the whole team and they'll start playing well. I don't know. I don't know. We'll do Collins in a little bit, guys. Stay tuned. We'll do Collins in a little bit. I want to get more people in here first because it's barely 2 o'clock. So normally we have more people in here. So I'm just waiting for everyone to get in here. I know there's some familiar faces that aren't in here just yet. Anybody went to the game last night? Anybody at all? I know some. You were there. Nice, Bobby. Hope you had a good time, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry I opened this episode in such an angry, negative way. I just genuinely couldn't believe that this guy is like such a is like a analyst saying this stuff. Hopefully that will help. Oh boy. Oh man. Yeah, but I'll do some call-ins in a little bit. I just wanted to hear your guys' thoughts through the chat first and express mine. I wanted to talk about this Paul Bissonnette drama. I just saw a guy on Twitter say if the Flyers don't make the playoffs, this is who I'll cheer for in the playoffs. Eastern Conference Pittsburgh Penguins, Western Conference Dallas Stars. If you're a Flyers fan, how are you rooting for the Penguins in the playoffs? How is that possible? That is insane. Someone named Atlanta Thrashers on Twitter said hearing Artemi Panarin to Atlanta, pending trade call. I can't believe Paul Bissonnette is saying all this stuff. I know I don't root for anyone if the Flyers to make it. I agree. I root against teams like the Penguins and Rangers if they make it, but obviously the Rangers aren't making it this year because they suck. But I'm still invested in the Flyers rebuild. I see Lawton definitely needs to go free up space. Lawton's been gone. Lawton has been gone, my guy. Yo, JT, what's up, Henry? How we doing? Question: Are you a Dodgers and Flyers fan? Why not Phillies or Kings? My dad is from Brooklyn. My grandfather, my great grandfather were both from Brooklyn. Dodgers used to be from Brooklyn, so I'm a Brooklyn Dodgers fan. Flyers because my dad grew up with the Broad Street Bullies and hated the Rangers and grew up around Rangers fans, so he became a Flyers fan because they were their biggest rival at the time. So I'm a Flyers fan. Joe Cavallo, #2 gifter badge. Let's go. Or viewer badge, whatever. It's yeah, viewer badge. Yes, thank you. What about football? I'm a Rams fan. Yeah, it's just kind of a coincidence that I root for a lot of LA teams, but I'm a Flyers fan in hockey. So I will do some call-ins now. Talk about the game last night. I know Johnny wanted to get in here, so I'll add Johnny first. Johnny, how we doing?
Oh, JT, what's up, buddy?
What's up?
Man, that game was awesome. That's all I really want to say.
That was great.
I had fun. I don't know if you know this. I'm in college, right?
Okay.
And one of my boys, big Islanders fan. So the night we played the Islanders, I was in his dorm with a bunch of Islanders flags, and it was rough to watch that. And the next night, we're watching the Jackets, and that was rough. So it was good to finally watch a win.
For sure.
I thought the team played well when, like you said, when they went to 2-2. I thought surely overtime we'll probably blow it again, but Jamie sealed the deal, which was good. Yeah. Other than that, it was fun.
Yeah. It was a great win. Finally, one of those games where they blew a 2-goal lead, but they still find a way to win the game in regulation. So it was definitely a great sign. And winning a game in the division in regulation is so huge because even if we won in overtime, the Capitals would have gotten a point. But
Yeah.
the Capitals didn't get a point last night, and we got two. So
Yeah, it's
definitely,
good. And the Islanders lost the other night, so
yeah. We have two
they
games in
keep.
hand on the Islanders.
What'd you say?
We have two games in hand on the Islanders,
Yeah. So
which is
we just gotta see
huge.
how it goes. I did want to say something about the Boba Fett thing. Um, you know, I think he's just doing all this for attention, really. That's what it
Yeah,
comes down to. He's a lot like I know you like I don't know if you're really into like football media, but
yeah,
Cam Newton,
yeah.
like he'll go on his little talk show with his crazy hats, and he'll say some like obnoxious statement. It's like,
Right.
oh, like Jalen Hurts shouldn't even be in the league or something. Like, he'll say something dumb like that, and then
Hmm.
that goes all over the place. I think that's what he's doing. I think he's just trying to he wants everyone to come on here and hate him, and then his name gets really. That's really what he's doing.
Yeah, because he's not popular because he was some great NHL player. Now he's a great
Well, he
analyst.
sucked at hockey.
Exactly.
He was in the Coyotes, right? I think.
Yeah, Coyotes and a
I
few
kind
other
of
teams, I
remember him.
think. Yeah,
He wasn't that good. He's
yeah,
but I just want to say that I don't want to get too into it. I know it makes you mad, but that was a fun game last night. I enjoyed it a lot. I know you did too.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
that's
really
what.
glad they were able to get the win. We finally can come on the show and talk about a win. So
Yeah, it's been losses. It's been you come on here. We got to trade everyone because we're not going to be good. Yeah,
yeah,
we finally won. So
there we go.
it was fun. Are we on the Olympic break yet, or do we have another game?
No, we have a game Thursday. I forget who we play. Who we play Thursday?
I'm not sure.
Ottawa. We're home against Ottawa.
Giroux. All
Yeah,
right.
Giroux. Yep.
That's always fun. I went to a game against Giroux a few years ago.
Really?
And yeah, it was funny. The end of the game, like I swear, it was like 3-2 or whatever. The end of the game, like they hit a slap shot and it bounced off Giroux, and then we won. I said to my dad, I was like, "Yo, Giroux just won the game for us." Like that was fun.
That's
Yeah,
sick.
I know he's not coming back, but that's my favorite player. I have a signed jersey and everything, so
Oh yeah, he's one
um,
of my favorites too.
yeah, I like to dream.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I would love for him to come back. I would love that, absolutely.
You probably
But
won't.
I don't think
If
he's
he
leaving
so
Ottawa.
if he comes back, do they make him the captain? He won't come back, but if he does, I think Coots would probably give it to him. At the same time,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
I
know.
would say so.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would.
yeah,
I would say Kuts would give it to him.
yeah, makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. But we can
All right.
dream. It would be nice.
Yeah, All right, man. I'll let you get someone else on. Thanks for having me, man.
Of course, Johnny. Go Flyers.
Yeah, go Flyers, man. Thank you.
Of course. Great guy. All right. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. Good win last night. The whole Paul Bissonnette thing. I'm just so pissed off about it. I really wish I could like he could see this somehow. I wish. And I could like talk to him about it and confront him because I can't stand that guy. But man, we got another caller coming in. We got two. We got John Gotti. I'm gonna let you in. Hey John, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Good, good. I know you were talking about Biz and his comments.
Yeah.
As a New York Ranger fan, I can pinpoint exactly where the New York Rangers franchise broke him. It was about 6 years ago, if you remember, the Tom Wilson Panarin, suspension or non-suspension crazy thing where the Rangers completely dismantled their entire front office, right? They fired everybody and Chris Drury came in, but whatever. Ryan Whitney, was just all over Ranger fans, calling them pussies and whatever, and I don't know if I can say certain words. I'll try and keep it clean because of TikTok. Biz wasn't really that, strongly, or he didn't feel so strongly about the subject at the time. But I think Whitney planted the seed for Biz to get on fan bases because he never used to be like this, man.
Yeah.
He never was so outspoken like he is now, and he acts like a child.
He does.
Right? That's basically what you got. I mean, he's on TNT, like you said, very unprofessional. At times he can be funny, but he says some really crazy stuff for a guy that's on TNT, and I find it very immature. And
I agree.
so where I pinpoint where the Rangers broke this guy, if you remember, it was the Penguins-Rangers, it was during the 2021 playoffs. It was Penguins-Rangers, first-round series.
Yeah.
If you are, I don't know if you're a Spittin' Chicklets guy.
I'm not.
Yeah, so he, I guess because he used to be on the Penguins and he assumed that Crosby, Malkin, Letang, it was like their last ride. And he was so emotional that entire series. And he did the same thing that he's doing with you guys. He just completely biased. And he acted like a baby. And at one point, you could hear him whimpering, crying about how the Penguins got screwed by the refs or Louis Domingue was in net and this and that. And from that point forward, he was, and this was 5, 6 years ago, mind you. From that point forward, he just became a baby.
Yeah.
And this is the result. And I think to make comments like that when you're on TNT for nationally broadcasted games is incredible to me, man. And I don't blame you one bit. And this is as a Ranger fan. I don't blame you one bit for your comments. I don't.
Yep. No, I appreciate that, and I feel like everything you said is true. It's very frustrating. He acts like a child, and I don't really get it. How do you have a job in TNT as a former NHL player and you act like you're 12 years old sometimes? I mean, I have a kid call into the show all the time. He's literally 12 years old. He's a Flyers fan, and he calls in, and he acts more mature than this guy who's on TNT.
It makes no sense.
It's absurd.
It really. And I remember NBC had the panel, and Jeremy Roenick. When I think about controversial panel guys, and Biz is he says some controversial stuff that doesn't really get talked about often. This is one of those times where he's in the bullseye now. He's in the jackpot now after what he said. You can't just call people effing morons like that, especially Philadelphia. I mean, God forbid he said that about New York fans. Regardless,
right.
I just think Jeremy Roenick. I mean, you remember the controversy with him. He got fired for the comments about Catherine Tappan. And you never really saw him again on the broadcast ever. And that's really the only situation I can remember back in the past when it comes to a panel guy like that. This guy gets away with murder with
I
some
agree.
of the stuff he says.
I agree.
Murder.
Because he's bringing in views and he's drawing attention. That's why.
Yeah,
He's doing all
and
this for
there's ways
attention.
to go about that. Like if you watch the NBA on TNT, Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, those guys, they've been there for years because they're funny, but sometimes they get mad at each other. So it's entertaining. This guy just sounds like a child, and it's immature, and I don't blame you one bit, and I think he gets emotional when it comes to his friends. He's got to put his friendships aside. Like you said earlier, I was in here for a while. Yeah, Taka was on the panel with him. They were probably buddy. They probably known each other for a long time. He used to coach the Coyotes.
Yeah.
So there's ties. And I can understand from an emotional standpoint, off the ice, off the air, okay, you feel strongly about people, not only the fan base, but the people in the media saying the same thing. I get it. But you got to put all that personal stuff to the side, and you got to be a professional, bottom line.
I agree. John, I couldn't agree with you more. I really appreciate you calling in. It means a lot, and thank you so much for watching the show. I couldn't thank you enough, and I really appreciate your input because you definitely know what you're talking about. That's for sure. So, thank you very much. But before you go, I want to ask you something. Since you are a fan of New York, where do you think Panarin's going to go?
Well, I said dark horse team. When I think about general managers' relationships, San Jose, they got a lot of young talent.
Yeah.
I think, in fact, like Anaheim, both of those teams, are they there yet? No. But they have, it just seems like unlimited young talent. May it be in the farm or just in, the depth they have in their lineups. I think San Jose's got a lot of ammo that they can spare and make a trade. But from what I'm reading today, and we have a half hour to go before this roster freeze, before the Olympic break, it sounds like Tampa.
Wow.
All signs are pointing to Tampa, which would just be sacrilegious.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me saying, just because of the battles in the playoffs those teams have had, and the trades that they made in the past, big trades. I thought San Jose. I think it's going to be Tampa Bay. But hey, appreciate you taking the call. I dropped you a follow. Looking forward to seeing more from you, man.
Thank you so much, John. Have a great day. That was the most. You guys know how much I hate the Rangers. You guys know. No offense to John. You guys know how much I hate the Rangers. You know if you follow this account. But that was the most respectful Rangers fan I've ever spoken to. Like, he knew what he was talking about. That was like a great call-in. And I can't believe I'm saying that about a Rangers fan. I can't believe it. Wow. Thank you, John. Wow. Rangers still suck, says Dylan, of course, but John's cool. John's cool. Wow. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Panarin now, because I saw something that said he might go to the Capitals. Apparently there's a big deal on the table for him. Let's see if I can look anything up on Twitter, or sorry, X. And I know there's a lot of NBA trades going on, but we are here to talk about the Flyers and the NHL. So let's look up Panarin, see if anything comes up. Yeah, I saw this. The Washington Capitals have put forward a big offer for Artemi Panarin. Apparently, the Rangers reportedly asked for Will Smith from the Sharks and Ryan Leonard from the Capitals in a Panarin trade talk, but both teams said no. Interesting. I'm hearing things are very close on a Panarin trade. Expectations is this gets done before the trade freezes this afternoon. I think it freezes at 3. So let's see if we can find anything else, guys. If you guys are finding anything, then say something in the chat for sure. Michkov had way more ice time last night, which is a good thing. Thanks for liking the live, everybody. I appreciate it. Flyer fan 46, what's up? Do you think the Flyers making the playoffs? I don't think so, but I hope they do. If I had to say, I would say yes because I'm a biased Flyers fan. I expect them to get on a bit of a streak here. They're 7 points out with 2 games in hand. So I think it's possible. I think they can. I'm not saying they will, but I think they can for sure. Because if they play how they played the last 4 or 5 periods against the Kings and the Capitals, they're a playoff team. And I believe that. But if they play how they played before that, like against Columbus and Boston, or that 6-game losing skid, then they're definitely not a playoff team. That's my take. How'd you feel about Coots last night? With Coots, man, he makes some good plays defensively. He had a really nice play. He had a really nice stick to pretty much save a goal. I think it was the third period. I think it would have tied the game at 2 at the time, which could have been a very big deal because maybe we don't win that game without it. He makes some good plays in the defensive zone. He clears the puck a lot. But offensively, he just looks lost. And it's sad to see. I really hate it. It's really sad to see. Let's see. Anyone wants to call in? Oh, we're going to get Carson in here, and then we're going to get Zach.
Yep.
What's up, Carson? Welcome to the show. How are we?
I'm doing pretty good. I was gonna talk about the McCain thing, but you said no NBA, and then I was gonna touch on the playoffs.
Okay.
But I just wanted to say I think the what's it called, the Tippett line is becoming better than the Cates line.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Tippett's
Tippett's been playing great lately.
2 years ago was insanely good.
Tippett's been phenomenal these last few games. Since he had the hat trick in Colorado, he's been playing really well.
It's what, Barkey and Konechny on his line?
Or no, Konechny was with Dvorak and
Zegras.
And
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think was Tippett with Zegras? Tippett was with Zegras and Barkey, I think. I can't remember the lines from last night. Let's look them up. Flyers lines.
All I was able to do was watch the first period because I had practice last night, but I thought they thought it looked great.
Yeah, we were right. Zegras and Barkey were with Tippett. So I was very happy the way he played the last few games, honestly. I really like the way Tippett's been playing ever since I said something about him on the show saying like he's got to step it up and we got to get more out of him. He started to step up. So
I'm liking Gurbankin, I'm liking Barkey. I think they're here to stay.
Yeah, I agree.
He's like the better Hathaway.
Yeah, well, yeah. Hathaway has 1 point this year, so. Do you think Panarin gets traded before 3:00? That's what people are asking in the chat.
I don't know. I was just thinking about that Sharks thing, but I was thinking, I don't know how old Panarin is, but I'm thinking if he's in his 30s, then I don't think the Sharks I think it's too late. The Sharks still need 1 or 2 more years.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Someone said Porter Martone is playing great with Michigan State. Yes, he is. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think I said this last time, but I really wanted Haggins. But now that I'm seeing Martone, I'm
Yeah.
not too mad about it now.
I think Martone's going to be a really good player. He
Yeah.
could be a captain one day. I think he's
I
going to be
think
that
he
good.
gives like Bennett Seneke vibes.
Okay. But yeah, thank you so much for calling in, Carson. Really appreciate it. More than welcome to stick around and watch the rest of the show. We're probably going to stay live for another half hour just to see if Panarin's traded. But yeah, thanks for calling in and
Oh
go
wait, I
Flyers.
have shoot. I'll just put it in chat once I remember it.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Thank you. Yeah, you too.
W. Carson. Someone said keep Martone away from Tocchet. Does everybody in here hate Tocchet? I'm not saying I do or I don't. I'm just curious to see what you guys think. And I'm not judging. I'm just genuinely curious if you guys like him or not. Because I have mixed feelings about him. You don't hate him? Okay. Grunstrom is sneaky clutch. I like Grunstrom. He's got 8 goals now in like 26 games or whatever it is. He has to be playing over Hathaway. He has to be. It's too early to decide for Tocchet. I agree. I agree with that. What would you give up in trade involving Travis Konechny? I wouldn't trade Konechny. I just wouldn't trade him. I don't think he's the coach to develop young guys, and he has a track record of not being able to. Fair. Like with Patterson in Vancouver. Is that what you mean? Why would you trade TK? I agree. We're not trading TK. Backup goalie situation. I don't think our goalies are going to change for the rest of the season. I don't. I think it's going to be Vladar and Ersson. Ersson hasn't been that bad the last few games. I want Jordan Kyrou, and I saw Kyrou's brother getting some solo work at their practice rink. That'd be great. Oh my gosh, I'd love that. I was talking about that a few episodes ago. All young guys' numbers go up following Tocchet leaving. Keller, Pedersen, Hughes. Dude, I can't stand some Flyers fans. Every time something goes wrong, people say it's on coaches. I agree. Yeah, Carson, I agree. I would love Jordan Kyrou. I would love him, and the Sabres could definitely trade him. That's for sure. They could 100% trade him. I like Comcast should sell. I mean, I feel like everyone thinks that, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. I don't think, at least. Apparently, Gavin McKenna might not be at number 1 in the draft. I doubt that. I doubt he'll fall from number 1. I highly doubt it. Highly doubt that. I'm trying to stick around on the live here to see if any trades get done. I'm trying to figure it out, but it's like kind of having 2 trade deadlines. A trade just happened with the Devils, but I forget what it was. It popped up on my phone while for what's it called? It was Devils and who's the other team? So someone on Twitter said 3-way trade. Lightning get Panarin, Rangers get Stuff, Canes get Jake Gensel. Boom. That's funny. Breaking news: number 1 overall in the draft will be Sean House. How do you know Sean House? Oh, I know who this is. What's up, Evan? How you doing? I was gonna say. I think I know who that is at least. Trying to figure out anything about the Panarin trade. I think we covered everything about the Flyers with the game last night. Unless you guys have any more thoughts about the game last night, but I've I think I've covered everything. Someone traded out or traded. Someone tweeted out an hour ago. Panarin has been traded to the Montreal Canadiens, which is obviously not true. It has 12,000 views, but it is not true. Obviously. Who will be traded today? Some aggressive targets: Panarin, O'Reilly, Kyrou, Pedersen, and Dougie Hamilton. I really want Kyrou, bro. I really want him. I really want him. Bro, the Flyers party in Texas was a success. Very nice. Put Dvorak in a trade package for Kyrou. We're not going to trade him. We just signed him. 5 points for Martone in the 2 games against PSU. Very nice. Let's go. Yeah, I'm looking at this thing right now about the trades. The Olympic Freeze trade board. For anybody that doesn't understand why we're talking about trades, they're basically freezing trade talks for anybody from now, from 3 o'clock until after the Olympics, so guys can't get traded while they're at the Olympics, which makes complete sense. And then the trade deadline's like the first week of March, so in like a month. So I said we should have traded Dvorak, but then I remembered we signed him. That's right. What's your opinion on York? I have mixed feelings about Cam York. He's just sometimes he can look solid, sometimes he looks good on the power play, and then there's times in the defensive zone where he just looks lost and he's like on the complete wrong guy. So I have mixed feelings about York. I won't say anything too negative about him, but I also won't say anything too positive about him, if that makes sense. He's all right. Kyle, what's up, dude? Thoughts on the Flyers power play last night? It won them the game. They scored on the power play to win the game. Can't complain. Love how Devils are more suited to compete than we are, and they're smart enough to sell players. Who are we going to sell? Guys, who are we going to sell? Everyone's saying we want to sell. Oh, the Flyers need to sell. They're not going to make the playoffs again. Who are we going to sell? Because if this team trades anybody that has a name of Trevor Zegras or Travis Konechny or Travis Sanheim, the city will burn down. We can't trade those guys. And there's nobody else to trade unless you want a 5th round pick. You want to buy the team, JT? I would love to. With the 12 cents in my bank account, I'll buy the Flyers. Cam York just like exists. Same with the Flyers. We can trade, but we're too good to tank. They're not going anywhere, those 3. Jamie, get Jamie out of here. Jamie just scored the game winner last night, so I'm not going to sit here and say get Jamie out of here. Your birthday's next week, Johnny? Me too. No way. What day's your birthday? The 12th? I'm the 9th. Very nice, dude. I know so many people with February birthdays. It's crazy. Birthday episode? Do we have a game Sunday? Do we have a game? No, we don't. Because of the Olympic break. Duh. Julian's going to the game. Let's go. Very nice. Good for you. Wayne Simmons was your favorite Flyer. That's valid. Flyers don't need a 34-year-old Panarin. I don't want Panarin. I'm just curious to see where he goes. Apparently, Zegras is getting traded in a blockbuster. Now, where did you hear that? I'm kidding. Okay, that's what I thought. Trying to see anything, give you guys anything about anything about Panarin or anybody. How do we feel about the game tomorrow night? I think we enter the Olympic break with a win and a 3-game point streak. I do. I think we win. For sale, TK, no. Risto, yes. Sealer, yes. York, yes. Hathaway, yes. Deloria, yes. Coots, yes. Grunstrom, no. Juleson, yes. You named how many guys? Out of the 9 guys you named, I don't think more than 2 of them would get traded, honestly. We will get a blockbuster trade. I wish. You think Zegers will get an A one day? Absolutely. Do you think the Flyers make the playoffs? I'm going to say yes because I'm a Flyers fan. And I'm not going to sit here on a Flyers podcast and say, no, we're not making the playoffs. It's over. So I'm going to say yes. But I'm a bit biased. Hearing things are very close on a Panarin trade. Expectation is this gets done before the trade freeze this afternoon, which is in 22 minutes, guys. 22 minutes. Let's see if Frank Saravalli said anything. I can't find anything about him. Zegers will get an A one day. I do. Absolutely. I think he'd be next up if Coots were to go anywhere, which I don't think Coots is going anywhere, but I think he'd be next up. Anyone that won't be here in 5 years when we're ready to push. When will Panarin get traded? Probably before 3 o'clock. If not, he won't be traded for like another month because of the trade freeze for the what's it called? The Olympics. Someone just tweeted out, I expect the Oilers to finalize a deal for Panarin today. But I don't know how true that is. Ooh. Someone said Panarin will not be traded before 3 p.m. That was said 2 minutes ago by Tate Carlson. I don't know who that is, but he's a Lightning fan. Any Flyers in the Olympics? There's a few. Hearing Artemi Panarin will join Shohei Ohtani in LA and play for the Dodgers pending physicals. Let's see if anyone else said anything. Yeah, I'm starting to think it's not going to happen. Watch, I'm going to end this stream, and as soon as I end it, it's going to be like, breaking news, Panarin to the Flyers for a 7th-round pick. I'm joking, by the way. That's not going to happen. It's 19 minutes, so do we think, you guys comment below, do you think that Panarin gets traded? I don't want Panarin either, Kyle. I agree. Who's going to be coach next year? Probably Tocchet. Panarin straight garbage? That's not true. He's just not what we need right now. Sources close to me are saying Panarin has been traded to one of the 31 other teams. Breaking news, Torts returns. Oh my gosh. Stop. Who do you hate more, Rangers, Penguins, the Rangers? I hate the Rangers more than anything. This is going to be a crazy next 15 minutes, guys, if this guy gets traded. Torts respected Michkov as a person, at least. I don't think Tocchet doesn't respect Michkov as a person. Rangers asked for Will Smith, I know, and they said no, which I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. I wouldn't give up Will Smith in that deal if I'm the Sharks. I wouldn't give up any of those guys. Michkov to the Dodgers. Sharks rebuilt the right way. Danny Briere should take notes. I mean, hey. But we weren't bad enough to have the first and second pick. Giannis to the Dodgers. No way. I'm just sitting here refreshing Twitter while I talk to you guys about this. This is crazy. Locked on Avalanche said, I'm also hearing Artemi Panarin. What? Rangers may lose Panarin for nothing. Chris Drury masterclass. Everyone's saying washed or trash. Panarin is one of the greatest. I'm not. I didn't say it was washed or bad. I just think we would have to give up too much to get him. If the Flyers could get him for cheap, great. I'll take him. But you know, I know the Flyers aren't going to get him. Hold up. Who is this? Someone just said Elliot Friedman on SN 590. Rangers and Oilers have a trade call pending for Artemi Panarin. Dude, Panarin with McDavid and Draisaitl would be crazy, but I don't know how true this is. Come on. 14 minutes, guys. It's quite possible that Drury has a trade in place for Panarin, but can't get him to sign off because Artemi is in the bathroom and cannot approve it. The heck? Oh, it's so fun to laugh at the Rangers. Trucks also got rid of tenured veterans Burns, Thornton, Pavelski, and they went still at value. TK? We're not trading TK. Panarin's not trash. As much as I hate the Rangers, I hate them more than anybody, he is not trash. Okay, this person's just... People are just posting fake stuff now. Panarin to the Capitals for Ryan Leonard and a first-round pick. That is so not true. This guy's just doing it for clicks. That's so stupid how people do that, because everyone's going to believe that. If this is what Drury is looking for, he may as well accept that no team will trade for Panarin. Absurd asking price. Yeah, pretty much. No one dumb enough to believe that. Fair. Guys, I'm not going to lie. I don't think Panarin's going to get traded in the next 13 minutes. I really don't. Someone said Islanders have swooped in on the Artemi Panarin sweepstakes, believed to be the teams are the Islanders and the Lightning that are trying to get him. I can't see him going to the Islanders, but that would be so funny. I think Panarin will be gone by the deadline, Kyle. I agree. I don't think he's going to be gone by 3 o'clock today. I do not think he'll be gone by 3 o'clock today. But I'm going to try to find all the stuff that you guys need to hear this. You guys have any predictions for Panarin? I know this is a Flyer show, but I'm very invested in what's going to happen here. Do you think Trocheck gets traded? I do. Flyer 46, welcome back. Yeah, let's talk. Let's talk about the Flyers a little bit more, rather than these stupid Rangers. Panarin's not getting traded. What do we want to talk about, guys? Someone wants to call in. Oh, it's my boy. What's up? How you doing? Welcome to the show.
What's going on, GT?
How we doing? You hearing all this Panarin rumors and stuff like that?
I'm hearing too much of the Panarin rumors, and I'm already sad enough that we're talking about the Rangers because Jared McCain just got traded from the Sixers.
I saw that. What was he traded for?
He was traded for, I think, a first and 2 seconds. What a waste.
That's a good package to receive, though.
It's
I feel
a good
like
package, but, like, come on, man. He would have won Rookie of the Year last year if he didn't tear his meniscus.
Could be true.
Like, I don't know what... I just hope... Or I don't hope this on Jared McCain, but I hope for the franchise's sake that, like, his meniscus injury changes in a little bit. Like, I don't wish that on Jared. I hope he has a safe and healthy career, but, like, I just hope he doesn't become a superstar.
Right. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, anyway, let's stop talking about the Sixers and the Rangers. Let's talk about the Flyers a little bit more.
Yeah, for
What
sure.
are we thinking after that 4-2 win?
I'm loving it. I love how they played last night. I'm loving how they've been playing the last two games. That first period against the Kings, they looked really bad. And then after that, they came out in that second period, and they've been playing much better hockey since the second period against the Kings. So the last 4 or 5 periods they've played have been really good, and I'm very satisfied with it. I really hope they can carry this over to Ottawa or against Ottawa at home tomorrow night and get another win before the winter break or the Olympic break and
Wait,
go in with a little point streak.
was today the NHL trade deadline?
No, so the trade deadline is next month. That's early March,
Oh,
but they're
wait,
freezing
is this
trades before the
is-
Olympic break.
Because
So
I saw somebody saying, I guess Panarin's not getting traded. They have 10 minutes.
yeah, so today at 3 o'clock Eastern time, they're freezing trade talks for the Olympic break, and you can't trade again until after the Olympics, and then the trade deadline is the first week of March. So that's why a lot of people think Panarin is going to get traded in the next 10 minutes because you can't trade again until like in like 3 weeks, starting at 3 o'clock. So
Who do you think got the mask, Risto or Vladar? I feel like Vladar deserves the mask.
I think Risto got it.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I saw that on Instagram. But yeah, Vladar was great last night. He's been playing so well. He's having a really good year.
Yeah, I'm looking at Twitter and everybody's calling him trade bait. I am severely done with Twitter. Because I saw you posted and you were looking at Twitter about like, so they were gonna say fire Tocchet in the first minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like
Twitter sometimes is so ridiculous.
it's not. I think Twitter's just ridiculous.
I agree. I say that as I'm refreshing it right now, but
ridiculous.
I 100% agree. I much prefer Instagram or TikTok or
Yeah, I'd rather
YouTube.
look at both. Matter of fact, I'd rather look at ESPN.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
would rather look at ESPN.
Because I'm just refreshing Twitter and everyone's just saying fake trades. Like someone said, breaking news, Panarin to the Capitals for Ryan Leonard and a first, and then nobody else said that. So it obviously wasn't true.
Yeah,
It's like, why do people just make stuff up for attention? It's so annoying.
I know. Another thing that I'm really happy that we won last night.
Me too, man.
every player got some really good points in, I feel.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this is the beginning of either a win streak / point streak.
That's what I was saying. I made a video about that
Like,
before
I
the
know
Kings
you made
game.
a video saying, like, we're going to go on a win streak or a point streak, whatever you said. I feel like this Olympic break, a miracle is going to happen, and the 2010 Flyers are going to happen again. Unless if I'm just completely delusional.
I would love it. I'm just saying. I mean, maybe we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves after one win, but I would not. I can't argue that. I'm a Flyers fan. I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, that's not going to happen." Do I think it's going to happen? No, but I'm not going to rule it out
I was
because
looking
I never give up on the Flyers.
Stadium Live to bet Flyers winning the Eastern Conference, and there's still a chance. They're saying.
Really?
Yeah, because whatchamacall, I have a futures bet on, because I think in Stadium Live they use coins. I put 10,000 coins on it. Now they're only going to give back 7,000 if I cash out.
Oh, wow.
So they're saying they practically still have a chance.
And that's for this year?
That's for this year to win the Eastern Conference Final.
Wow. I just hope we sneak into the playoffs, man, because once you get in the playoffs, anything can happen. We proved that in 2010.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't care if they're the 8 seed.
One game in the playoffs this year, because that'll just show that this season kind of was a success, and next season will be very exciting to watch.
I'll be happy with them making the playoffs. It shows that it's a step in the right direction. Maybe draw some free agents here. Maybe say to Danny B, like, hey, we made the playoffs, but moves still have to be made. Maybe he goes out and gets somebody good.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I really want Stamkos at the trade deadline. I really want Stamkos. I'd give.
I do too. Anything?
They already shut down. Our 1C is Dvorak, Richards, Cart. Oh.
Yeah, we're not saying that the team is just as good as the team in 2010. I'm not saying that. But
2010 team was a lot better. I'm just saying, like,
the 2010 team also was in like first or second place in the division for a while that whole season, and then they had a collapse.
Have the Metro, I think.
No, they were in the Atlantic, yeah.
Yeah.
With the 5-team divisions, but they actually had like a mid-season collapse, and then they barely made the playoffs, and then they got hot in the playoffs and made the cup. So that was a really good team. That they were better than being a 7 seed. But
wait, they were good beginning of the season, right?
The 2010 Flyers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say I think that's why something might happen like that, because we've already had a Kyle 46. Why do we want Stamkos? So
because he would make our power play watchable.
Yeah, we gotta make our power play watchable. Last time our power play was watchable was when Claude Giroux was here. This
is true. This is very true. Honestly, our power play was watchable when we had Kuzmenko for a week, but then we traded him for a 3rd-round pick. So
yeah, I still will never understand that Kuzmenko trade.
I don't either. I guess because they didn't want to pay him, but I would have paid him. He's not making that much with the Kings, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, who else was there to get rid of pretty much on that team? I mean, you had Obbles, you couldn't get rid of Hathaway. I think he was still hot during that time. Like, he was still scoring, right?
Yeah.
So you couldn't have really predicted the future on Hathaway.
Right.
Poirier, you need to just to kick ass.
Right. And Grunstrom's been playing so much better than Hathaway this year. He's played half the amount of games. He's 8 times the amount of goals.
This year, I'm not going to talk about the Zegers trade in the offseason. Besides the offseason, the only good trade we've done this season was the Ryan Ellis trade.
I like the Grunstrom trade.
Grunstrom was in that trade.
Oh, was that the same trade?
Yeah, that was the same trade.
That's right. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you calling in. I think we're going to wrap up the show here because it doesn't look like Panarin's going anywhere, and I think we talked everything about the Flyers that we could have after a nice win. So.
Yeah, my phone was about to die, so I had to turn it off.
You're good. Thank you for calling in. Thanks for joining. And as always, go Flyers, all right?
No problem. And I'll try to have that Ronaldo edit to you by tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Or if Johnny can do it.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
All right, see ya.
See ya. Go Flyers.
See ya.
Johnny, appreciate you too, man. Go Flyers. I'll see you. Guys, thank you so much for watching. To the people who watched this whole stream that was over an hour, I greatly appreciate it. Makes my day. So thank you so much. And I'll see you guys Friday for the next episode. Go Flyers.